Well, I'm starting to feel a bit like a broken record, but today's video again is going to be more preparation for weaning. I've got a few more little things that I need to do here around the little corral and the bullpen, and then I need to walk through the working corral and make sure that that is all up to speed and ready to go. That's what we're doing today on Farmertylerranch. So my plan is to actually wean the calves tomorrow, and with that means taking number one, or little boy bull, and putting him here in the bullpen. Now, before anyone can inhabit this pen, there's a couple of little things that need to happen first. The first one being there's no water in here yet, and originally, if you guys remember, my plan was to pour a slab back here and get a nice permanent water setup. And I mean, technically that is still the plan, but it's not gonna happen today. So we gotta figure out a water setup that's gonna work for him for this year. And I think I've got a solution to that. You guys remember, I wanted to put boards up all along the inside of this building, and I do still plan to do that, but I'm not gonna be able to do that today. I don't have the boards yet. At this point, the little bull that's gonna be in here is not gonna be big enough, I hope, to push through this tin, at least not for a few more months. I think that I can go ahead and hang boards while he's in here. I'm not too worried about that, so I'm hoping within like the next month or so, that'll be a good job to do while it's raining, because this is all undercover. But what cannot wait is I need to fill this little gap right here with boards, because as you can see, there's plenty enough room there for him to get a head in and start doing some damage at the corner of the buildings. I've got some old scrap boards that are thick, you know, they're still good, but I can use those here, and then when I get the rest of my boards, I can just continue from here on down to the corner.
That ain't no good.
Well, this is probably not the most beautiful thing that I've ever put together, but for what I need it to do, it's gonna work. So as I've been working in here, it kind of dawned on me another thing that I've been kind of wanting to do, or meaning to do, is make a decision about what to do with the windows. Do I leave them? Do I plug them up? What do we do? I think I'm gonna plug them up. And I think I've got a few pieces of scrap tin over here that are long enough that they're gonna work there. So let's see what we got. These are definitely long enough, and they're pretty straight too. So I'm actually gonna have to cut them down a little bit. And if memory serves me, I think this tin is so thin that you can cut through it with a like a wood blade on a circular saw. I don't know if you're really supposed to do that, but I feel like I remember seeing Grandpa do that in the past. So I don't have a grinder or cutoff wheel here with me, so that's what we're gonna do.
That ain't the prettiest. Alright, what's that?
Well, the windows are covered. My little hole is blocked off over there. Got the tire changed on the diesel wagon. It's ready to move home. But as usual, I did not get as much done today as I was hoping to, so let's pick this up again tomorrow. It's the next day now, and I think today the first order of business is gonna be setting up some sort of a water setup in the bullpen. I have saved a couple of these old bathtubs here that Grandpa used to use as waterers in years past, and I think one of these is gonna work perfectly. So I kinda like the rounded one here, so that's the one we're gonna use. Before I take the bathtub into the bullpen, I want to do a little bit of work to it first. You can see there are still remnants of the old faucet on here, and I want to take that off because I'd like to try to plug these holes up, and then, I won't say I can double my water capacity, but I can add a lot of water capacity to this thing here. There we go. There we go. My plan is to set the water trough below the edge of the roof here, right under the drip line. The reason for that is so that when it does rain, that the water coming off of the roof will go right into that water trough. If power gets knocked out, then I won't have to worry about this guy's water because the rainwater will be filling it for me. Once I get the water trough set in there, then I can finish putting on the patch. Well, there you go. I'm pretty happy with this. The reason I've got it up on the blocks like that is so that when I have to go and clean this in the future, the tank itself won't be able to like suction itself to the mud or to the ground. This will make it easy to like bucket out as much water as I can, and then I'll be able to lift it up and spill the rest out. Hopefully, that's the plan. If that's just sitting on the ground, it creates suction, and then you pretty much need a tractor to be able to tip it up like that, which I don't want to have to do. But it looks like it's sitting pretty level. We'll go ahead and put the patch over those holes and move on to the next thing. What do you think? Is it gonna leak? Obviously, we're gonna have to wait, I would say at least overnight before we're gonna try to put water in that thing and see if it does leak. But as long as it doesn't leak too bad, then, you know, it'll be like every other water trough out here. Okay, I think one more tin repair and then we're gonna be done in this area. Surprise, surprise, there's some tools that I need to do this that I don't have. So I gotta run back to the shop and get them. And as long as we're going back to the shop, there's another little thing that I need to do in preparation for tomorrow. Let's run over to the squeeze chute. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So as many of you know, I pretty much always work the cows by myself, and tomorrow will be no exception. And what that means is that a lot of the time I have to get up on this catwalk, push them up into the chute, and then when they get into the chute, I need some way to catch them. And usually jumping off the chute, running to the head gate, it can work, but it's not always the best way to do things. So in the last year, I discovered that when the butt gate on the chute is open, if I just push up on this little lever, that I can trip the butt gate from back here. it's sometimes kind of hard to like reach in and get a good grab on this little piece of the linkage in order to trigger this. So what I've been thinking, it would be a lot better if I had like a little handle or a little piece of pipe that was sticking off of this that I could just, you know, hit up with my hand real quick and trigger the butt gate that way. So since this piece is only attached with some carriage bolts, I'm going to take it off. We'll run it back to the shop and I'm going to weld a piece of pipe on there, and then tomorrow I'll get to try this out. I have an impact here and a 3/4 socket. Why am I using a crescent wrench? Okay, that should be the tools we need. Let's go take care of this. All right, so this is what we got. It doesn't look like anything glamorous, but I think this could actually really be a game changer for me. Let's see how it works. Cool, it works. Now I wonder if I'm Superman, can I reset it? Yeah, cool. So much better. Well, I'm happy with that. I'm excited to test it tomorrow, but let's get back on to what we were doing before. Well, it's not a very straight cut inside. Can't help myself. It should really be up here. Something like that. All right, that looks a lot better on the outside. And inside the barn, I think is the greater improvement, because there's no real like obvious, hey, try to break through here. So I think we're gonna call this done. At least done for now. I know that if the bull decides to, you know, even as a yearling, if he decides to push on this tin, he's gonna figure out really quick that he can push right through it. So I'm just kind of hoping on the, you know, betting that he won't. At least not right away. This will at least buy me some time until I can get the boards up. So we're done inside the pen. The last thing outside the pen is I need to clear some of this stuff that got left here. The cement mixer, a couple of tools, some barrels. We need to make room here, because the plan is to just drop a round bale right here in front of the bunk feeder and just walk away from it. So if I've got a bunch of junk piled up here, that's not going to work. Plenty of room to set a round bale down here now. This is looking better, but I kind of wish I had somewhere else to put these panels, and yeah, somewhere down the road I probably will, but for now they're fine right here. I don't know if the microphone's picking it up, but man, there's like a million geese flying around me right now. They're all parked out here in these rice fields now. They just put water on them here maybe a week or two ago, and the birds have really moved in, and whenever a plane flies around here or something, it really stirs them up, and they all get up and fly in a big circle essentially and sit back down. But man, they're loud. Well, I just finished up with my corral walkthrough, and there's no issues out here, which is good. Nothing needed to be done outside of just regular like lubricating gate latches and things like that. One thing that I did notice though is that I've got a lot of like Bermuda grass patches in here, and what I'm worried about is that while I'm trying to bring all the cattle through here, they're gonna want to like stop and try to eat that stuff. So I think the smart thing to do is to just go ahead and open the gate to the corral right now, and we'll let them walk back in here and eat all of this grass down. And then that way, when I'm actually trying to like push them through here and keep momentum going, they're not all gonna be stopping trying to eat this grass. Now, will they be smart enough to come back here and eat this grass? Now you can just imagine if I was on the other end of this group trying to push them up into this corral, how much trouble I would have, because you can see every single one of them wants to stop, sniff the ground, eat the grass, and you know, just be cows. So today that's what we're gonna let them do. At long last, I think we are finally ready to wean these calves. And I don't know about you guys, but I am ready to get some animals in these new facilities and see how all this stuff works. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys, and I hope I'll see you again on Farmer Tyler Ranch.